Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check fresh release from Miniart. It is made in 135 scale and it might be familiar to some of you because as you can see it's a Typ 170V Lieferwagen, so it was released before as a beer wagon. Now we have a slightly different version. As you can see, it's with some box here, and this is a commercial sample, so it means you'll get exactly the same stuff. We are going to open it and check what is actually supplied inside. So first of all, box size is typical for such kit from Miniart. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art here, and if you flip it over, here we have some safety information and also address of the manufacturer, and on the opposite side you can see 4 marking options which are included into this kit. In my opinion, that should be enough. As you can see, they are quite colorful and they copy different vehicles, because this one is a postal vehicle, here we have some delivery cars, etc, etc, even chocolate. Okay, so let's open it. It's a top opening box. And here is what we have inside. So all frames are packed into the same plastic bag. It's a typical for Miniart, and then on the bottom we have assembly manual. But we are going to start with plastic bag first, and then gradually we'll move to assembly manual, of course. In the meantime, let me remind you that you can support us financially. We have special donate button on our website, and it is quite easy thing to do because it's done via PayPal, and of course you will decide how much we will get for new photo and video equipment, or maybe for some new kit to be reviewed on our YouTube channel. Okay, so let's remove everything out of this bag. And we are going to start with this nice envelope with Miniart logo. So usually Miniart packs here the P thread, so it's not different here. And as you can see, these are mostly small metal parts which will be handy for fine detailing of your vehicle. We also have some parts for steering wheel and front grille. And usually Eduard PE is quite easy to work, so there shouldn't be any worries about this part of the kit. I'm trying to remove a bit of dust. And here we continue with clear plastic bag with transparent sprue and decals sheet. So just give me a second to cut through it and we will take a look as well. So first of all, I would like to show you the decals sheet. It comes from Decograph, and as you can see here we have all necessary symbols for 4 marking options, as you remember, and I do not see any decals for dashboard in the vehicle, which is quite surprising because, I mean, at least such small addition would benefit the vehicle, but I mean it's not included here. And next we go on with clear plastic sprue. So this one is molded in excellent quality. We have all necessary glasses here, and masks are templates that are not included into this kit, so you have to cut them with your own hands. I really hope that Miniart will actually start including such simple bonus into their kits, because it's not such an expensive thing to add, and it will be really handy because nobody likes to spend time cutting these stickers for their clear elements. Next we continue with first gray plastic sprue. So here we have car body parts. It's a car floor molded together with wheel arches. Here we also have some side panels for the rear section. As you can see, this is a roof, and here we have front wall, here we have seat, front seat. And if you flip it over, here you can notice that we have some guiding elements which might come handy for proper position of these elements. Let's zoom in. Now you should be able to see that here we have some parts. Maybe we can open up a bit. Yeah, now it's a bit lighter. So here you can see that we have minor detailing under the vehicle, and here you can notice that it looks really good. I mean, I like the shape of these wheel arches, so it should look good in the finished state. It's a typical Typ 170V vehicle. Okay, next we go on with set of identical plastic sprues. So basically we get 2 interconnections between these frames, and as you can see, this one is absolutely identical to what we have here. So that's why I'll show you only this interconnection, because we have absolutely similar plastic parts. So what do we have here? These are plastic wheels, and I'm really happy that we do not get any vinyl tires here. We get only plastic parts, and such parts should be easier to paint and weather, and of course it is easier to assemble and get more convincing appearance, even though it looks quite surprising that we do not have any writings on the walls. Or just give me a second to check it. Actually, I am wrong. There are writings on the walls, so we can bring it closer. And here you can notice that we have Fuda written on the tire, so that's really cool. I take my words back that we do not have such detailing here, and it means that we get all necessary features out of the box, so it's just a matter of careful painting and weathering. We have special guiding elements which will help you align all these, let's say, discs together. And also here we have some cockpit elements, so these are seat parts which will be installed in the vehicle. We also have some minor handles, and these are really tiny here. You can see comparison with my fingertips, so be careful while installing them. It is easy to lose them, and then you have to solve it somehow to find it somewhere. Next we go on with additional sprue, which wasn't present in the previous review, in the previous kit release. So here we have special card. As you can see, it should be assembled out of several parts, and it is quite nice bonus to this vehicle, which should, let's say, enhance overall appearance. I mean, if you have some simple stand and place this card next to the vehicle, it will be completely different perception in comparison with just vehicle and nothing else. Next we continue with another large plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to car body parts and also main chassis. As you can see, it is molded as a one-piece part. Here we have bonnet parts. This is a front grille, and note that it is molded without any mesh here, so you will have to cut it, to install the PE parts by yourself. Here we have some seat parts, steering wheel, also dashboard is here. And this particular floor panel, it will be handy for the 4-door version, but here today we have the van version, so that's why it won't be used. And these are some wheel axles, front and rear bumpers, some parts for the engine bay. Everything looks nice, and for example the bonnet panels, they feature some detailing inside as well, which is really cool. And for these panels here, if you would like to open them, you have to delete these plastic pins, of course, because otherwise it looks weird, and I'm not sure why it is present there, let's say. And last but not the least is this gray plastic sprue. So here we have 4 doors, but don't be confused, we will need only 2 of them. And also here we have engine parts and gearbox parts, some minor parts for suspension and for the drivetrain. Here you can see shock springs, and these are door cards which are molded separately from the doors. But it's really cool that we have separate doors, so it means you can open them on the finished vehicle, and it might be handy for some diorama ideas. Okay. And next we can move on to the assembly manual. So this one is printed in typical Miniart style. It's a large color printed brochure. We have short list of the features here. So as you can see, all doors can be open or closed. Then we have clear parts, of course, P, and decals for 4 marking options and card and paper boxes included. Okay. So here we have first 2 marking options. As you can see, this is what I was saying, chocolate cacao vehicle. Next we continue with Plakatfarben vehicle. It's a poster vehicle, obviously. Now here we have parts map and paint chart, and assembly process starts with engine. Then we continue with main chassis, and straight away you're using some PE parts, so be ready for this. As you can see, suspension should be quite complex. It is really surprising to see such attention to tiny details in 1/35 scale, and it might be handy for let's say some diorama ideas if you would like to depict changing the wheel or something else. Here we continue with exhaust tube. We install the vehicle floor, fuel tank, dashboard, front seat. We assemble wheels, so as you remember, each wheel tire should be glued out of several parts. But what's really cool is that you get to assemble the tires separately from the rim, so you can paint them separately, and this will make it easier to assemble a nice vehicle. Next we continue with installation of the roof and side panels. Here you have option to open or close passenger and driver's door. The same applies to the rear door. And next we continue with bonnet. So bonnet is also offered to be opened. So as you can see, we have two assembly options. So if you would like to copy it, as you remember, you will have to delete the plastic pins which were present in one of the parts. Here we continue with large P tray on the top. And why I'm a bit confused, because I don't remember this part on the P thread. So I guess that's the large part here, so it will have to be bent and combined together with several other small parts. As for the boxes, they're printed in the assembly manual, so you can cut them out, glue them together and place on the vehicle, which is really cool in my opinion. And here, as you can see, they're white from the other side. Next we continue with food delivery van, and also on the last page we have the Deutsche Post vehicle from Germany 50s. That's quite surprising. So that's all for this video review. As I said, this kit should be already available. You can get it in Max web shop. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!